humble for it. Acknowledge a secret. Ain't brush your shoulders, drink and promote. It's your opportunity to keep it. Fanny said to slow it down. Ain't gon' have to hold me down. No bread to move around. Now I'm up and look 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 around. Let's go. I've been trying to count all the days. It's a shame I don't even like to play. If you stay, then I'm gone. I don't need you around anyway. It's amazing. I've been trying to count all the days. It's a shame I don't even like to play. If you stay, then I'm gone. I don't need you around anyway. It's amazing. I've been motivated by the bad. Change is all we ever really had. If I chase it, I'ma stay up on it. Patience, so I'm never moving fast. My patience here to stay and never pass. I've been motivated by the bad. Change is all we ever really had. If I chase it, I'ma stay up on it. Patience, so I'm never moving fast. My patience here to stay and never pass.
Alright, shout out to everybody that's jumping on. That was Primo Sad, but it's really Saeed. It's really Saeed, but you go by Primo Sad. That was just to warm the setup. I know there was a question if the video froze. I did see it glitching a little bit, but it didn't freeze on our review monitors. We have review monitors that's checking the live as well. So we didn't see it completely freeze on our end, but it was glitching a T-bit. Not sure why, but me and Verizon been in beef. But anyway, let's get on with the set. So we got a lot of people on. Shout out to everybody that's on. Chosen, I see you. We're gonna do it. He said, shoot, did I miss anything? No, you didn't miss anything, which is interesting because Chosen is the first submission of this show. So you are on time, Chosen, because you would have missed it because you would have been the first submission played. That was just a video to warm up the set so we could get some people on. Okay, so now are we ready to get down
Wednesday
to business?
9:30 p.m. Eastern. This ain't French shit. This is work shit.
Yeah, that's a disclaimer. This ain't French shit. This is work shit. For those that are just jumping on right now, I do want to express Even Muse, the ever so beautiful Even Muse, is on. Most definitely. Love you. So what I do want to do is a disclaimer saying that this technique is called the PAP system, which is product analytics and presentation. I normally use this technique when doing an overall basis of an artist being shopped to a label, right? An artist. So it's the artist. We look at his music, analytics, yada yada yada. So I'm giving you a sample. So this is going to be on a microscopic experience towards just your record. So again, normally I start at 50. We're starting at 45. Just because you submitted the record, it goes at 45. But I'm gonna give you the breakdown real quick, and we're gonna get on with the set. I see. All right, here we go. So check this out, y'all. So this is called the PAP system. This is a tool that I invented, that I used, and I've used it with Sony. I've used it with Universal. Only place I didn't use this with was Capitol. I used something else, and they wasn't too happy with me, but I was correct. But anyway, if you see the green on the top where it says mainstream, underground, or alternative, automatically from your submission, you start with 45 points. If your music could fall in one of the top 3 in the green, which is category based, that's where your music falls in any aspect of the music business. So there's mainstream, underground, and alternative. That's the 3. Hard Knocks, I see you. Shout out to you. You could get a 5 for each category base you fall into. Some fall into 1, some can possibly fall into 3. Then you get into the listener, and these are the 3 aspects that break down to the music industry, right? You have the listener, which is the customer or the music lover. You have executive, the person or the companies that are pushing out this music. And you have producer, the makers, the artist and the producer making this. Within those things, you have categories that you could get points for. So again, if you're in the green, you get 5. Each bullet point is a 5, right? Each bullet point is a 5, and I'm gonna break down what they all mean real quick, and I'll probably periodically go through it as well. Vibe is just the overall feel of the record, how a listener will receive it. The context. Sometimes someone comes up with a really dope context for their music, and it's extremely dope. Then you have the look in person, and what the look in person is your social media, your promo runs, your ads, how you look as a product to the listener. If you move right over to the executive, you say originality. Originality does not mean that it's the only thing original, like it only sets the tone. Originality means you're not falling into what's trending or what's common, that you're sticking out, further out. Trend factor, that's self-explanatory. If it's viral, if it's trending, if you got an energy that's going, if you're bubbling, if you're popping crazy. And then you have the look on paper. The look on paper is your analytics, how you're looking, how your numbers are looking. And then you go into the producer, how it's mixed. Some records are really dope records, but as far as making it commercially or professionally, it needs to be mixed. Song, and what I mean by song is, how is this song felt? Is it marketable? Does it feel good? Does it bring about a good feeling? Can it be sold? And then the look on sound, the look in sound, and the look in sound is basically where it falls in as a producer rating for the music that's in the industry. All right, so after we go through that and we calculate all those points, right, that's when we go into our grading chart. And if you see the grading charts, if you got 50%, that's product. That means you are working towards a product. 60 is jumpstart. That means you have a catapult of a momentum that you can build. 70 is a local act. 80, you're on the radar. 90, you are ready. And anything 100 and plus is leverage. That's leverage. So, of course, disclaimer again, of course, because we're doing this with a record and not necessarily the artist's whole bandwidth, no one tonight is going to reach 100. No one's going to reach 100. No one's going to check off all those boxes right now. And that's perfectly okay. But this gives you an idea of what the labels look for and where your record falls in a small spectrum. So, all right. With that being said, and again, I'm going to be going through the PAP system. I'm going to be going through the PAP system in the grading charts after every submission. And we're going to be grading every song. Excuse me. I see the submissions is rolling in. The submissions, I'm going to try to get to everything. All right, so this first one we're going to go to. Let me set this up now. This is Chosen. And the song that we are listening to for Chosen, who is on right now, is called Found in Him. I think this is from a project called The Wretched Righteous Man. Love the title. I didn't hear this out yet, so this is gonna be my first time hearing it. Love the cover work, very interesting, tells a story. But I do have one not bone to pick to you, something to point out to you for Brandon. But let's check this out, y'all. This is Chosen, and we're gonna get right into the system. Let's check it out, y'all.
Grass has been greener, but who am I to complain when there's grass where my feet are? It's about the little things, my mind's well. I know people with eyes wide open but blind still. It's hard to keep your head up nowadays. Everybody out their zone, everything is hectic now. We just trying to make it home and we don't want to talk about it. We just looking at our phones, hoping someone lends a hand, but hoping that nobody knows. I'm praying for changes, not waiting for ages. I saw the bigger picture and started changing the angle. A new perspective, I'm truly blessed and highly favored. Her life been anything but sweet, she needs someone to save her. Now she looking up to the sky, tears all in her eyes. Joshua 1 verse 9 pops in her mind. The only thing left for her to do is decide. Let the tribulations win or overcome them with pride. Come on.
I'm doing good, I'm in a better space, off to better things. I'm just doing mad in discovery. I find that I'm so grateful. In this life and time, all I got is the most high. Praises to the most high, cause it ain't always used to be like this. I ain't always used to feel like this. Yes, I remember them days when overthinking got the best of me. Bottled all my tears and he took and made the best of me. Worst parts, God made him beautiful. Foolishness over the wise, he made me noble, huh? This ain't a cakewalk, more like a fate walk. One thing I'ma do best, and I'ma eat that cake, boss. Rest in his presence, sometimes I find that hard to do. Still learning to be still, I pray I master to the little that I do. I'm planting seeds for the future me. Heal from all my trauma, assured I got the victory. Ain't no stopping me, devil ain't no checking me. Walking with the spirit, me and God, ain't no stopping me. I'm doing great, I'm doing fine. Sin can get the best of me, he died on the cross so he can set me free. Yeah, that peace that surpasses all understanding. His spirit is his water, which is bathing me, which is purging me, which is making me new. Keeping my mind as well. Sometimes my mind can be a scary place. But listen, yeah. It's no goodness of my own as I learn about grace. I thank the Lord for all his patience while I made my mistakes. Thank the Lord for never leaving as I know I left him. I thank the Lord for second chances and his right discipline. In a hidden place where his grace is more loud than the sins that I committed in front of many aloud. Enemy accusing me, but he will never understand. He's the bottom of the pit and I rule over him. So no condemnation, no more living in sin. No longer living how I wanted, but to claim I know him. Foolish me no longer sin, so that grace may abound. I use my limbs for righteousness, God is showing me how. I'm already made whole, he says I'm more clean. And there's nothing I can do that will ever make him leave. Just submit to his will, and I'll do the rest. You were created in his likeness, in his image. I'm already made whole, yes he says I'm more clean. I'm already made whole, and he told me I'm clean. I'm already made whole, and he told me I'm clean. Ha, 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 yeah. So it's just like the water, man. Keep searching for God. Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and about it in steadfast love. He will not always chide, nor will he keep his anger forever. He does not deal with us according to our sins, nor repay us according to our iniquities. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his steadfast love towards those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far does he remove our transgressions from us. As a father shows compassion to his children, so the Lord shows compassion to those who fear him.
All right, folks is liking that. Folks is liking. I like the vibe of that. I also like the context. Like it's not quite Christian, but it speaks highly. Anyway, that's not what the show is. We're gonna get right into the voting. We're gonna not voting. Excuse me. I'm already in. Is it a smash? The voting. But we're gonna start breaking this down right now. So this is called the PAP system, y'all. For those that just jumped on and probably the first time. And Jocelyn, I do see a submission for you, so I just seen you jump on. So salute to you. All right, cool. So this is the PAP system. This is a system that I've always used when working with Universal and Sony when we were shopping artists to their levels to figure out where they fit, right? So in the green is the category base. You fall into 3 categories in this music industry: mainstream, underground, or alternative. That is it. All the other stuff is decorative stuff for the viewers and all the radio stuff. But in the industry, you only fall into 3 categories, all right? So a record like this, most definitely from the start, is going to be hard to break mainstream. So you're going to go more into the alternative. Can it go into the underground? It can go into the underground. The only difference with how hard it is to crack the underground is context. Usually underground is more hardcore, and then alternative is more on a different base. So it could go into an underground base, but you're gonna get a 5 for alternative. So now that we got the category base on that, we're gonna jump into the listener. So it most definitely has a vibe. The vibe of that, it feels good. If you're listening to it outside of just like the spiritual feel, it has a nice storyboard, so it has that vibe. If you go into the context, I like the context. It's outside of normal context the way it was delivered. So now the look in person. Now I did go to his Instagram, and what I mean by the look in person is how much momentum they have towards their artistry. So he is in the building stage, so he's not gonna get a 5 for his look in person. Usually somebody who already got some acclaim, magazine press, you know, get into that trend and get the look in person. So you're not gonna get the look in person right now. Moving over to the executive, you're gonna go get originality because it's not the common storyboard. And again, originality doesn't mean you're the first one or the only one doing it. What it means is right now in the climate, are you saying something that is outside of the norm, but still has that energy? So for an executive, you get the 5. The trend factor, you're not going to get a 5 for the trend factor, and also not the look and paper because the analytics are not pushed that much. Again, this is a technique that I use for an complete artist with usually their catalog and their Instagram. I'm doing this right now just on the song base so you can get an idea. Just disclaimer. So you're not going to get a 5 for the look on paper because the analytics gotta get jumping. So now producer, on the producer side, now I'm gonna be a little critical because not only am I an engineer, I'm also a producer, which are 2 different things. The mix, you're not gonna get a 5 on the mix. And the reason why I'm gonna say that, and I'm not saying that to be harsh, I'm saying that because submitting this to a record label, the transition from the artist in the first part, the rap, the artist that was kind of doing the poetic part, and then the rapping of you, the octave drops in the mix. It sits back. I bring this in the office, that might be a give or take right there. So you're not gonna get a 5 on your mix. That gotta get leveled out a little lower. I mean, a little higher. You gotta come up, we gotta pop you a little bit more. But the song structure, I like the song structure. I like how you set it off with that feel, and then you came in and ride. So you're gonna get a 5 for that song structure. You're gonna get a 5 for the song structure. And the look and sound, he said, nah, I understand via the mix. Most definite. And the look and sound. And as a producer, the look and sound is how the texture of the record actually sits off. And DJ Sam said, I like the beat. I like the beat. So that's good because the texture of the song. So you're gonna get a 5 for that, right? So now we're gonna go into our other chart. Let me just show my face to everybody that's just jumped on. Salute to everybody that's jumped on. This is the PAP system, product analytics and presentation. This is a technique that I use when shopping artists. Now we're gonna go into the grading system, right? Let's go into the grading system. So this is the grading system. So we start out with 45 off top. And that's because you have the product done. You have 45, the product. So we're gonna go, that's 45, that's 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, right? We're gonna go a 75 on that. Now, I will say this. I will say 75 gets you in the rink between the 70, 80. When you get into the percentages, the round off, let me share that. The round off never goes the round off never goes to the high. In school they teach you if you round off and you get a 5, it goes to the next one. Not in the music industry. If you round off to 75, it goes backwards to 70. And also I gotta do a disclaimer that this is on the record. So there's gonna be a higher percentage on the record than the artist itself. But this is just to give you an idea of what it means. So let's go back to the grading system real quick. So we're gonna say 70. 70 is a local act. What you need to do as a local act now is get your town activated. What that means, hit all the shows, hit everything you can, any open mic. When you at 70% as a local act, that means you have the momentum and the record, the product to push. Now you got to get in front of it. Local acts usually have a good song, but who they are don't associate to the record. So you got to get in front of that. You got to get in front of that. So that's our first submission of the day. Shout out to you. He said, why I gotta go first? You did really well. You got good numbers. Again, the numbers will be high today, y'all. The numbers will be high, and I don't want to get anyone too excited. Disclaimer, this is totally for the record. This system is based normally on an artist and their records, but I wanted everyone to get a feel so you could get an idea of what they look for when shopping towards the labels. I want you to get an idea. So that's what we do. And if this is your first time on the A&R desk, this is what we do on the A&R desk is we create a microscopic experience of what it is, the transitions of what artists need when they're pursuing this career of music. And not just artists, creators. All right, we're going to go into the next one. This is David H. I'm going to try to run across them. Again, I'm trying to get as many as possible. Yo, I might not get to everyone, and I apologize. If we start getting low on the time, what I might do out of respect for your time and your energy of submission, I'll just spin the records. That's what I'll do. I'll just spin the records when we get closer to that time. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer as well. All right, this song is by David H, y'all. This is an actual video for this one, so let's check this out and leave a comment of what y'all think, and we go from there, y'all. Check it out.
Yeah. Hey, I'm back. You know the vibes.
I'm gonna be right.
Really ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna be right with you, Chosen, on that bone I got to pay. Thanks you for reminding me.
David H. How the hell you a real nigga telling me lies? I'm feeling like I'm Wilson behind enemy lines. Crown fry late night, I be getting me thighs. Don't like the food that he makes, can I get a reprise? The H for hello, they be telling me bye. Like with a dildo, you can tell that she bi. Put an M on your head, no mama mia. And I always pray to God for my mama Sita. Why the hell would he lie? No Vegas, they be saying ta-ta. And then I make another track, and it's on your mind time. Then I walk to the bank, cop a cup of my ties, and then I take it to the church. Gotta pay my ties. Don't really go outside unless it's real to guys. I thank God I ain't locked, but it's still free of the guys. I could've shot that block up, but I just leave it to God. Your life is in his hands, not mine. How the hell you a real nigga telling me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies? How the hell you a real nigga? How the hell you a real nigga? How the hell you a real nigga telling me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies? How the hell you a real nigga? How the hell you a? How the hell you a real woman telling me lies? So baby girl, take it slow while you trying to be fast. And she don't want bun split, she don't want beef fraud. She took time off the dick, yeah, she want detox. 911, shorty called 3 cops. Emergency, she want me open up her legs, beatbox. No K-no, shorty rockin' rollin' on 3 cocks. Ex baby girl for the truth and she gon' deny. Baby playing dumb, yeah, she gon' see now. Already know I give her life, don't need no green mile. She want me busted on the floor, but she got cheap towels. She looking like she wants some more by the way she smile. Hit her on the phone and she in denial. Oh yeah, got it, but you know I'm about to take her to trial. And that got it, and I told her don't touch that dial. Change shit, ain't no way you could come back now. How the hell you a real woman telling me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies? How the hell you a real woman? How the hell you a real woman? How the hell you a real woman telling me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies, and me lies? How the hell you a real woman? How the hell you a
Shout out to David H on that. That was a dope one right there. He goes by David H. David H is the name. All right, we're going to go right into work. Send a shout out to J Styles. I see you. Shout out to everybody jumping on. Much love to y'all. All right, we're going to go right into the system. If you don't know what's going on today, we are doing A&R PAP system rating. We're going to go right into it. Let's go right into it. All right. So a record like this, artist, it can go mainstream. It can go mainstream. It's most definitely an alternative record. It's more lighter. Underground, it's not so rah-rah, it's not hard, it's not energy driven to an effect. So we're gonna go into alternative. Now, I do want to say a record can grow and get the momentum to transition from alternative to mainstream, or underground to mainstream. And in some special effects and some special occasions, a record could get into all 3 green categories, and that's the categories of where a record is placed. All right, but we're gonna stick to alternative right now. Most definitely alternative. As a listener, that's a vibe. It has a dope vibe. My man said, "Open up the legs." I'm about to beatbox. I'm over here like I get my Dougie Fresh on and all that. So I like the energy of that. So it was a vibe. The context of the record, I like what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? He was having that conversation with like a possible significant other. He was merging a lot of the old school. So the context of that was dope. The look in person, I don't know his Instagram, so I can't tell if he's popping. So we're gonna say no because I don't have the information. If I don't have it, what they say in the industry, it don't exist. They actually say that in the streets, but you know, the streets and the industries, you know, parallel. But that's a different story. Executive originality, he's gonna get a 5 on the originality. I like the originality. It's not what's going on in the common world right now, the music trend. So he did put a twist on that. We're going into trend factor. It's not trending right now. It's not something that's all over the place that we know. So he's not going to get a 5 on that. And he's not going to get a 5 on the look and paper. Mix, he's most definitely going to get a 5 on the mix. He's going to get a 5 on the sound structure. Of course, again, because it was mixed very well. Song structure, I like the way it felt. Wasn't too long, not too overdone. He kept the traditional style of music, so he gets that on the sound structure. And the look and sound, he's gonna get a 5. The overall texture of that record was dope right there. Dope right there. So now we're gonna tally that up. So that's 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 on the nose. So let's go to the charts. 80 is Radar. So again, these numbers are high. I gotta keep stressing this. These numbers are high because I'm going by record. this technique, the PAP system, in which I created. And if you see Universal bumping this, do know I created it. I created it. But product and analytics. So it is high because we usually use this when rating an artist. But 80 is radar, and when you're in the radar, what you want to do now is use your radar to get press. When you're in the radar, unlike local act, when you're a local act, you want to get your town, you want to get the people, you got to get in front of that, because what happens, people talk. But when you're on radar, you kind of already past that threshold. So you got the music, you got the feel, now you got to get the press, you got to expand your demographics, and that's what radar is. So when you're on radar, that's when you got to do all the podcasts. And I'm saying in any of those categories you don't do it. But radar is the expansion of exposure, and that's where this song, as far as the rating goes, is at. And again, I gotta do a disclaimer. The rating is high because I'm using something for a complete artist on one record. But I do want you to see what it goes into when we're in the office and some of the things that we take in consideration for an artist submitting or artist getting signed. All right, let's move around. And I think there was a question, how many people we got going on? Shout out to everybody jumping on. We have about 15 or 16 submissions. I think I'm closing submissions right now. Submissions stop right now. Coco Lewis Management just did a last submission. I'm closing it right there at 9:50. Anything after 9:50, I am not going to be playing. I'm sorry, submissions are closed. But I will make an announcement after if people do come on. Next up is my boy Ty Gibson had a submission for an artist, Bars Robinson, who actually won our challenge, the Is It a Smash, to get his song on rotation on the app. He said it keeps freezing. It's not freezing on my end, my brother. I got a moderator checking it, and we also got our app running just to see what our viewers are seeing. So on our end, it's not freezing, my brother. So I'm not sure. And if anybody else's is freezing, please let me know. Maybe I'm just getting a good joint, but please, if it does freeze, give that feed so we could get a feel of what's going on. Or people who are freezing know that it's probably not overall, it's just on their end. All right, so going back to Bars Robinson, this is a submission. This is actually MP3. So we're gonna go check this out. He said I sent a submission last week. You did send a submission last week, wasn't that? Did you Sir Gage? I'm not sure what you sent last week, my brother. I do refresh the emails just to save space, because throughout the week I get hundreds of emails. So I try to base it towards the show. But anyway, let's get right onto this one. It's called Make It Work. This is Bars Robinson. Check it out, y'all.
She making me nervous. Yeah. She find her in purse. She know the game and when she can curve it. She built the bridges, she don't like to burn her. Out of her lane, but it look like she learned. She all in the bag, she really be working. She in the mix, but she ain't no thotty. Came up on her own, not catching bodies. But if it's my body, then it be Pilates. Skincare cream, yeah, she really got me. I had a dream, still feel like I'm sleeping. Really, she peeping, but I give her reason. She want a man, but don't really need him. That mean the energy gotta be leaking. She making it, work. She making it, work. She making it, work. Yeah, she really be work. Yeah, she gotta ex-hurt. She be on 10, she keeping it solid. Plus when I make up, she look like a model. Go give me that IG, I gotta go follow. Out here feeling like I hit the lotto. She don't know Spanish, but calling me Poppy. She got me wrist and I'm tripping, they watch. The way that she walking is giving red carpet. Yeah, she let that action do all of the talk. When she in the gym, she really be killing.
All right, shout out to everybody. Thank you for letting me know. Some people are seeing the skip, so I just refreshed my my YouTube. I did refresh the YouTube just to see if that helps anything on my end. Some people saying the video is skipping for them, some said it's not. But anyway, let's get back to this work. We do have, I just want to say, Shanti, we have that next. We have the submission, and then we have the JY3 next. Money Mo, Monet. Then we got Ra Rico. Then we got Josh Nova sent something, but I don't know if he sent that submission. Oh yeah, I see he resent it. Then we got Monster Labs, Miss Jackson's Tony Bosco. Then we got Main Product. Then we got J Arj. And then we got Jocelyn, Brazilian Freestyle, Carlito Black, and then Coco Lewis, just to give y'all a rundown where and what's going on. All right, so let's go into this rating real quick. Let's go into the rating. All right, a record like this, not gonna go in the underground. It could go mainstream. It does have a mainstream style, so I'm gonna take it out of alternative, because it could possibly be in both. But I'm gonna go mainstream on this one. It has a mainstream feel, most definitely in the pocket of what's going on. As a listener, it has a vibe. On the bottom, context. If you see I'm in the listener section. The context of the record, I might skip the context. Only reason why I'm sticking the context. No, I'm gonna keep it, because right now that type of energy is popping. He said, yeah, it's freezing. So is it freezing? Is it freezing my voice or freezing the footage? Let me know the difference so I know how to attack it. Because on my end, everything is going on and I'm getting kind of mixed reviews, y'all. But let me know if it's freezing my voice or just the video context. All right, the look in person, I know his page do have a little bit of momentum, so I'm gonna give him a 5 on the look in page. The executive, the originality of it does. Okay, they said video. All right, thank you for the video. Thank you for that. I'm gonna see if I could problem solve the video. He said it's for certain accounts. I switch accounts and it's all good. Interesting. If anybody got us is lagging, please try to log out and log in and see if that helps, because I am getting mixed reviews. People saying it's not happening for them, it's happening. So it's really kind of being out of my hand at this time. But let me get back to where I was. I don't know if I gave him we up to originality on the executive side. Let me refocus. So now I'm on the fence with the originality. Again, originality don't mean you're the first one to do it. You're not just talking about what's in the pocket. So he is kind of talking about what's in the pocket, so he's not going to get a 5 on that, but he will get a 5 for the look in paper. And what I mean by the look in paper is some of the energy towards the analytics, which I already knew about said record. So he gets a 5 on that. He gets a 5 on the mix. Song structure, he's not going to get a 5 on song structure, and probably you're going to say why. The song is 1 minute and 45 seconds. Now, I do want to say this. And I want to stop the music and let y'all see me. One of the biggest misconceptions of the music industry is that we want short records, right? And I'm going to break it down to you. No, the industry does not want short records. And no, the attention span of music did not get shorter. It did not get shorter. What has happened is we've been forced to create content under a short period of time and consistently got in the pipeline of that. And because of that, we assume the attention span got shorter. But it has not got shorter. I could play a song for 3 minutes, and if you like it, you won't pay it no mind, right? So don't get into the misconception that we in attention span got shorter. No, they don't want shorter music. They don't. Parties don't want shorter music. DJs don't want shorter music. It's a misconception because we are forced to make content under a parameter of time, and we think that's because people want it. No, that's not. That's because companies like Instagram and TikTok and everybody else has a formula where they could get more content running so they could have the assembly line going. Like today, if I say, yo, I'm only playing a minute, I could get more of the people play and keep more people in my feed because they don't gotta wait too long, and that's the concept. So don't get confused with that. I gotta just have to break that down real quick because I'm tired of people saying, yo, the attention span got shorter. There's no proven evidence of that. So I just wanted to get that to y'all. But going back to the thing, originality. He's not gonna get that. I'm going up to the mix. I think I gave him a 5 on the mix and song structure and a look and sound. So I know we spent a lot of time on this. He said enough with the sub 2-minute songs. He said, yep, enough with the sub 2-minute songs. Yes, see, look, and that's a DJ right there. That's a DJ that just said that. So we're gonna go into the grading system real quick. I know I kind of jacked this one up because I got hyped with the conversation, but 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. I think he was at an 80, but we're gonna keep it at 75. Again, we're gonna go into the 75. When it rounds up, it jumps backwards, so we're gonna say more 70. Local act, a person like this most definitely got to start hitting every outlet they can, every open mic. Get in front of your records. That's one of the biggest things that people have a problem with, is getting in front of their records, thinking that their record is just going to carry them, and that's not true. The record is not going to carry you. You have to carry the record, because if the record takes off before you, you will not be successful. The record will be, and nobody will know or associate you with that. So that's one of the things you got to do when you are a local act. Get in front of the record. All right, we got a lot of submissions. And I'm moving right along right now. This one is a MP3, so we don't gotta worry about the video crashing or slowing up for anybody else. This is a submission from Mr. CEO, who is on right now. It's Mr. CEO. This song is by Wolf. I think it's called Imagine. Let's go into that real quick, and then I gotta go into a commercial break. Shout out to Nike. I'm not gonna diss y'all today. All right, y'all, check it out.
When you really love someone, you gotta go through little fears. The feeling of losing someone really special can bring you to tears. That's why I stay clear of the pressure, little baby. I promise I'm gonna be here. Yeah. Can you imagine, babe, if I let you down? Can you imagine, babe, if I let you down? If I ain't held you down, you out. Can you imagine, babe, if I let you down? If I ain't made you smile, that would make me wild. Can you imagine, babe, if I let you down? Can you imagine, babe, if I let you imagine, babe? Can you imagine, babe? Can you imagine, babe, if I let you imagine, babe? City knows my mind is in the road. Bad times I'm out of love. Can you imagine? Thoughts got me mixing up. You say
I don't know what happened. It just shot back to the beginning. I don't know what's going on. Let me see if that works again.
the feeling of losing someone really special, bring you to tears. I stay clear of the pressure, little baby. I promise I'm always here. Can you imagine, baby, if I let you down? Can you imagine, baby, if I let you down?
Alright, I don't know why it glitched like that, but technology will technology, right? Like people will be people, that's what they say. Alright, so let's go to this breakdown. We're gonna go to the chart and then I gotta go to a commercial break. Trying to get better with our selector sponsor. Shout out to Nike. I wear y'all all day. It's much love. I know I be dissing y'all. Alright, so let's get into the top categories. Where does this record fall? Record like this can fall into a mainstream or alternative. Not really underground because it's not really rah 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 rah. And Wolf can get rah 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 rah. That's what I've known of him. So we're gonna go into the alternative. Can a record from alternative go into the category of mainstream? It most definitely can, but we're gonna stick to alternative. As for the listener, the vibe, I like the vibe. It does have a vibe. If you're not listening to the music, you still could get away with driving to it, vibe and nodding your head, something. So it does have a vibe. The context, I like the context. It has a cool context to the record. It's not the typical, either spinning the block or whatever the case. So it has a listener feel. The looking person, we do got to boost the analytics for the looking person. For Wolf, we got to start building the analytics, so he's not going to get a 5 on that. On the originality, again, originality on the executive side does not mean it's the only time you ever heard it. It just means, is it in the pipeline of what's normally happening? And no. So you get a 5 for that. Trend factor, he's not going to get a 5. The record's not trending, nor is he trending at this very moment. And the looking paper, we know the analytics of this right now. We can't see it. So what they say in the music industry, if it don't see it, it don't exist. And the mix, one thing I would say about the mix, you're not going to get a 5 on the mix. The only reason why, it got to get mastered. Now, I know this is a record that's probably not out yet and the transitions for it, so I'm not being harsh, but I'm just giving you as if this was in the office right now, what they would point out. And this record right now, to the naked ear, it's not mixed and mastered, not mastered. And if it is mastered, you got to change the octaves on the hertz, so it's not going to get a 5 on that. Song structure, I like the song structure, gonna get a 5 on that. And the looking sound, gonna get a 5 on that. All right, cool. Let's go into our graph system. And they got 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So it's a lot of average of 70, 75s going on. 75 goes back to 70, which is local act. What Wolf has to do as a local act is get in front of the people. People have to associate you with your record when you're a local act, because it's so quickly for your record to jump past you. And all these kids on TikTok dancing to it and don't know who you are. And then you drop your second single, gassed because your record took off, and didn't realize your record ran past you. And then you drop your second record and no one knows you. So you got to get in front of your record. And as a local act, that's one key element to make sure your record don't go viral without you. You don't want your record to go viral. You want to go viral. Always keep that in mind, y'all. With that being said, next up is JY3, that's another MP3. Then we got Money Monet, and then Rico. So I'm just giving you a heads up. But before we go into, he said, how should a producer handle collabs and splits? I'm gonna get to that. We got a full pack show. Shout out to Z, I see Z's on. Shout out to F and Genius, I didn't salute you, my dude. And also E-Dub, I see you. I gotta pay some bills. I love saying that. Shout out to Nike, man. We're gonna go into this right now. One of the leading in sports and casual apparel, and we'll be right back, y'all.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
Are you getting better with your masterpiece? I like that message, Nike. I like that message. Y'all guys are doing much better. Alright, this is JY3, Someone You Loved. Check it out, y'all.
It's easy to say, life's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. And now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rope. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. You know it's nobody realer than me. Took you on once, now you living with me. that shit that you seen. Shorty can't lie, now she my enemy. Once is in love, now you hating on me. But I know if I give you a chance, you be running right back to me. Look at your phone and my heart skip a beat. When I'm at work, you was bothering me, telling me lies when that shit was so weak. I told you I love you in less than a week. Going from that, now we don't even speak. How to love, some things you can't see. I know. All these girls got the same problems, really think it's best if we stay friends. After all the petty shit you put me through, I still walked out a great man. Honestly, that's what they can't stand. Take my power back and now you breaking. Really love you, ain't no faking. You was different, thought I was mistaken, but I think I really loved you. Always thought you never judge you. Just seeing how the boy move, I'ma do it really when I want to. Like yeah. Nothing heals the past like time, and they can't steal a love you're born to find. And nothing heals the past like time, and they can't steal a love you're born to find. And when the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all, I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. Someone you love.
All right, let's go right into the grading. Let's go into the grading. Yo, DJ Sam, what you was saying? This ID, and then just you. I know you probably multitasking. All right, but let's check this out. This is gonna be a rough one, and again, my assessment today does not reflect the great quality of the record and potential. Again, what we're doing today, and I gotta do a disclaimer, is this is A&R grading and system. This is what I use when going to the record labels. So this is what a record exec would go to check. All right, so I just want to keep that in mind so you know what they're looking for. So let's go into the PAP system, right? So if it could fall into a category, a record like this could have fallen into mainstream. We know there's a sample in it. So he said, keep it real. I got to keep it real. Yes. So I'm gonna give it alternative, right? I'm gonna give it alternative. But I will say from the gate, the record labels will stay away from this because of the sample and the trouble that would be to get that cleared. But I'm gonna give you the breakdown anyway. So alternative, the vibe of the record, yeah, it's a vibe. It has a vibe. I like how you threw into. He said, my bad. Keep hitting send by accident. He said this track was okay. The vibe, we gave it a vibe. The context of the record, we're gonna stick to the context. We're not gonna go 5 in the context. I do like how you do the rap in there and all that, but we're gonna stick away from it because samples are very touchy. The looking person, we do got to get the analytics a little up for the looking person for the presentation, so that moves us along to the executive. Originality, you can't get a 5 on that one because it is based from another record. I like what you did with it, I love what you did with it, but for a record to be submitted for A&R grading, that would be hard. Trend factor, you're not going to get a 5. In the looking paper, we're not going to get a 5 on that as well as the executive. For the mix, I would also say the mastering, a little bit of the leveling, so we're going to stay away from that. Song structure, you are going to get a 5 on song structure. I love what you did with that. And the look and sound, I love the look and sound. It does have that texture of a well put together record of the look and sound, especially with the sample. But because it has a sample, it does minimize a lot of the grading. So let's go into the charts. That's 45, 50, 55, 60. So 60 will be into the jump start. When you're an artist in the jumpstart, what you got to do is master your records. Delivery of your records at jumpstart is important. When you get into your jumpstart era, mastering who you are as an artist, but not just in presence, in song sense. A lot of artists don't master that part. So when you're an artist in jumpstart, that's what you want to do. Start mastering your delivery and your music for you. And that's a good example of it going to 60 with a sample on it, which kind of hurt and defaced it in this setting of rating. So being in jumpstart to master your records is very much important. But dope record, shout out to everybody. He says Spud, it's freezing. Hey man, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what else to do on on my scene, it's not freezing at all. We good on my end, so I'm not sure what to do. If you all on Wi-Fi, anybody, because I'm getting some people texting saying stop talking about it freezing because it's not freezing. So if it is freezing for you, probably see if you're on Wi-Fi, change the Wi-Fi, flick it off and on. I'm not sure what to do. I did all the ramifications that I could on my end to suit that. All right, we're gonna go into money mode, but thank you for sharing that. I just don't know what else to do on my end to make that work or better for everyone's experience. This is Money Monet, and the song is called, what's the song? Fed Up. So let's check this out, and we're gonna move right along to the other submissions, y'all. Let me get my keyboard. All right, here we go.
Said you was different, but yeah, it ain't take a quest to find out how you wasn't better than the fucking rest. That phone, time for a random phone check. Why I'm seeing a picture of bitches undressed, shaking, pussy, ass, breasts. Crazy how you little niggas love a home wreck. Spitting game like you missing a tooth, and I'm vexed. Cause the truth is, I'm a real nigga flex. A nigga like Papoose who help you step on bitches' necks. I cut niggas off and now I'm riddled with regret. Now it's time to send that iMessage instant text like Return of the Mac came back at its best. So insecurities is something I intent. When I thought that we was solid, hold on, let me vent. Feelings hardened over time, heart looking like cement. Time wasted on you, I clearly overspent. So insecurities is something I intent. When I thought that we was solid, hold on, let me vent. Feelings hardened over time, heart looking like cement. Time wasted on you, I clearly overspent. You gon' be mad like Future when you find out who's up next. The nigga with the diamonds that be dancing on his chest. I put it on him, this thing is like a hex. I might get you pregnant, first response, go check. Cause these bars can make you straight raw, no latex. I be so mad, all I wish on you was death. I called the Grim Reaper, you could take your last breath. You a failure on the test, you ain't never came correct. A faithful solid nigga's what really get me wet. I love a nigga curb, all the bitches and the birds. The way I feel it wanted with no protection. Wonder how you came and left like old fashioned. So insecurities is something I intent. When I thought that we was solid, hold on, let me vent. Feelings hardened over time, heart looking like cement. Time wasted on you, I clearly overspent. So insecurities is something I intent. When I thought that we was solid, hold on, let me vent. Feelings hardened over time, heart looking like cement. Time wasted on you, I clearly overspent. So insecurities is something I intent. When I thought that we was solid, hold on, let me vent. Feelings hardened over time, heart looking like cement. Time wasted on you, I clearly overspent. So insecurities is something I intent. When I thought that we was solid, hold on, let me vent. Feelings hardened over time, heart looking like cement. Time wasted on you, I clearly overspent.
All right, cool. Let's go. That was Fed Up. So that's a Brandy sample. Well, Brandy sampled that one. James Brown. Yeah, that's a James Brown right there. Payback. It's the big payback. You was sleeping with you, James Brown. So that was a sample. James Brown did it. Brandy did it. Biggie and Total and them did it. It's most definitely a James Brown. Total, yes. Total did it. Yes, like I was saying. Shout out to everybody that know that one. So let's go into the rating real quick. This has got another sample. So as far as A&R rating, it's gonna be a tough one, but you can get an example of what I'm saying. So a record like this, we're gonna put it in underground. The reason why it's not going in alternative is because it has more of a forceful, aggressive feel, a lot more cuss words. That's one thing that can separate underground and alternative, is how strong it is, and cuss words. And I'm saying cuss words because I usually say curse words, but cuss words, I'm trying to keep it funny. All right, so we got 1 for the underground. We got a 5 on that. Now when we go into the listening, a lot of people are saying a vibe. The cheat code is that beat. That beat is memorable. It comes in. So for that cheat code, I'm gonna give you the vibe for the cheat code, because that beat comes in. It's really hard to mess that up. It is extremely hard to mess that up. The context on that one, I'm not gonna give a 5 on the context, because that's kind of like the common foe for the listener. Even though listeners do like that and right. Matter of fact, let me change that. A lot of female artists right now are bubbling with that energy. So the context, I'm going to give a 5. I'm going to give a 5 for the listener, because listeners are getting abundance with that. The looking person don't know this one, so they can't get it. If it's not there, it doesn't happen, right? The executive part, the originality, that beat took it, so they can't get originality on that because that beat right there. Trend factor, you can't get it. It's not trending. The energy of that is not going viral. And the looking paper for the analytics, if it's not there, it didn't happen. That's how the industry works. As a production, I would have mixed the rap a little bit under, a little bit, but I'm gonna give you a 5 on the mix. I'm gonna give you 5 on the mix. I do like the blend a little bit. And the song structure, one thing I was feeling, if you feeling it's fitting. I was reading the feed. One thing I would say about the song structure, when it got towards the end to stretch the record, I know that they looped the chorus twice. It did drop the feel and texture of that record, so I don't like the song structure, and I know A&Rs would have a problem with the song structure as well. So you're not gonna get a 5 on song structure, and you're not gonna get a look in sound. So let's go into the grading. Let me get rid of this real quick. And there we go. So we got 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. 65 jumps back to a 60. And the 60 is Jumpstart. What that artist got to do, what we just spoke about, is get in front of the record. Start choreographing, start curating, start creating records that really define this artist. So that way we could get a dope feel of who they are. So when they get into local act, we could get in front of your records. And that's what that one is. So I want to send a big shout out to Doe Jones that just jumped on. Shout out to Black Rose that just jumped on. Salute to everybody that's jumped on. If this is your first time on the A&R desk, today we are doing artist placement, where records place when we go into the record labels. All right, the next one is Ra Rico. And if you were on Is It a Smash last week, Ra Rico came in and shook us all up. I'm resetting my YouTube one more time, just in case, for those that say it was freezing. But if y'all were on last week, Ra Rico shook us up with his explicit song. Explicit. It was hardcore. It was all kind of stuff going on in the background. But this one is a new one, and let's see where he rates in the system today. So this is a video. I'm gonna let that load, and then we're gonna go right on to that. But I do want to send a big shout out to all the artists that submitted. It's not easy to submit something that you love and have someone review it, or people make comment on it, and you're not gonna be able to please everybody, but it's still not easy. So I just want to commend everybody who took the chance to do that. All right, let's go into this song right here. This is Ra Rico.
Rico, yeah. Ain't know that. Baby, I'm that nigga, ain't know that. Once you get a taste, you can go back. She just wanna play and I'm pro that. Baby, where you throw that? Baby, I'm that nigga, ain't know that. Once you get a taste, you can go back. She just wanna play and I'm pro that. Baby, where you throw that? Shorty want the dick, shorty want the dick. I ain't pick up the phone. Shorty want the dick, shorty want the dick. You know I ain't pull that girl. Shorty want the dick. Shorty want the dick. Well, man, you miss me, then say you miss me. Shorty want the dick, shorty want the dick. Shorty want the dick, shorty want the dick. Shorty want the dick. Oh, now I left my sweater. Alright, I'm on the way. She like the soft from the tip. She work her way down the side. She like to use a little spit. Do it just how you like. She flick her tongue a little bit. Baby, don't rush the ride. And then she back to the tip. And then I push deep inside. She got the head game. Head game. Lil' mama got the head game. She got the head game. Lil' baby got the head game. She got the head game. Lil' mama got the head game. Once you get a taste, you can go back. She just wanna play and I'm pro that. Baby, where you throw that? Baby, you're that nigga, you know that. Once you get a taste, you can go back. She just wanna play in a pro that. Baby, where you throw that?
That was Rico with Throw That. Where you throw that? we saw it coming. We saw it coming on that one, right? All right, let's go right into the rating. All right, so a record like this will go into the underground. Why? Because of the context. Now, could it go mainstream? It possibly can. But where it sits right now in its category is underground. For those that just jumped on, the 3 green boxes on the top is where music falls as a category. Where it falls as a category. So it falls into underground. As a listener, does it have a vibe? It has a vibe. There is a lot of people who love that kind of lo-fi feel. It sits well, so it's a vibe. Now I'm gonna give it the 5 on that. The context as a listener, it could have been abruptive, but it's not. And again, let me just give another disclaimer. This PAP system, which is the product analytics and presentation, is predominantly used on an artist, not a song. So a lot of the ratings will be high on songs, but I want to give you an idea of what to look for and all that. All right, so we're gonna go for the looking person. We don't know the analytics on the looking person, so he's not gonna get a 5 on that. And the looking person is how they look as a product. As executive, originality of the record. Is it in the same thing? Sex is high, so he's not gonna get originality on that because sex is a high conversation in music. He's not gonna get a 5 on that. The trend factor, he's not gonna get a 5 because the record's not trending. And the look and paper, the analytics for the record right now got some wiggle room for growth, so not gonna get a 5 on that. The mix, he's not gonna get a 5 on the mix. I know he likes to sit under the beat. It is dreamy. That might be his style. But we need to lift the vocals up a little bit more in some of the parts. It gets clouded between the doubles and the progression of the beat. So I'm not going to get a 5 on that. Song structure, I'm going to give him a 5 on the song structure. The song was put together very well. The energy was good. And the look and sound, he's going to get a 5 on the look and sound as well. So let's go into, what's going on? He said trance rap. I like that. And I know, and the reason why I even mentioned the low 5, and I like how you say trance rap, I get where you're going with it. But today's rating is if we were in the office. So I'm giving you guys, and I will say I'm a little bit, because I'm a creative, I'm a little bit more lenient with a few 5s here and there, where in the office they would be like straight no. Yeah, we like the mix, but that last part was too loud. No. So I am a little bit more understanding. But I want to give you all the ideas of how it works. Going back into the grading system. All right, so we got 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 70 is local act. As a local act, what you got to do is get in front of the people. You really got to start getting in front of the people. Let them see you so they understand who you are and grow with your records. So records don't run past you, but go along with you. You want to grow with your music. Oh yes. So speaking, Chosen said, "Yo, what's the bone?" Yeah, you right. I let it get away. Before we go into the next one, which I'm gonna give everybody the rundown that's on, so that way they know. We got Josh Nova next. We got JR's Miss Jackson submission. Then we got Rosalind the Brazilian freestyle. Then we got Carlito Black. Then we got Coco Lewis. Miss Jackson did submit past 950. I will play the records to close the song, but I'm not gonna do any artist submissions after the 950 submission. Submissions were closed, but I will play that video to close us out at the end of the night. And I see Mad Dog McGraw also submitted something, so I might just play those two. And close the night out with that. But I did want to say to Chosen. Now, one of the things I want to say about Brandon, what was so confusing for you, and I'm gonna tell you how quick this could have ruined opportunity for you. You sent me a Spotify link, right? You said you just sent the link, but then in your name Chosen Blue or Chosen doesn't have 2 N's in the email. So you introduce yourself as Chosen. So then when I go into Apple, I type in Chosen, but on the song, I gotta have 2 N's. The more steps that an executive has, it's not frozen on both phones. He said it's not frozen. Don't say nothing yet. He said don't say nothing yet. It's frozen here. So a lot of people are having the frozen issues. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Instagram might be under construction. Yes. We do have excuse me. After Noah, after Josh Nova, we do have Monster Lab. After that one, you were good. You're good, Monster Lab. But you want to get your branding consistent, because the more steps that I have to click to find your music, and the reason why I said it could throw you off is, suppose I don't have Spotify and I log into my Apple and I type in Chosen with 1 N, because that's what your email says. It comes different. And then you also have where it says chosen.s. and you spell it separate. So that's 3 different ways your name is coming up. So when you type in Chosen, there's actually 5 different people that to select from. And the first person wasn't you. An executive would have left. They wouldn't have done all that once they couldn't find you. So you want to buckle down how you present your name and what that means as you as an artist. If you're putting out music with the 2 N's, never say it with 1 N. It's always 2 N's. You have to keep it parallel so people could find you. That was my bone to pick with you, because I had to do a few steps to get to your record, which went first. And an A&R or a music executive professional was not doing that. They was not doing that. All right, so we're gonna go into this Josh Nova. Please apologize to my apologies to everybody who it's freezing. On my end, it's not freezing. For some people, it's not. For some, it seems like there are a few that it is freezing. So my apologies if it's freezing for you. That's kind of out of my hands right now. But let's go into this Josh Nova. It's called Cloudy, y'all. Check it out.
Man, I don't really care what they are. I'm too focused on me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Know this shit for certain, I'm the one they can't do nothing about me. I'm the type to go and show and prove in case they tryna doubt me. Bad little bitch ain't get away, now she sitting pouting. Straight on anything that make my tunnel vision cloudy. Bitch, I'm really moving through the city and I'm making plays. Every day is different, ain't no telling what I made today. Fucking like it's destiny, she grown and she still say my name. They know me for singing fire melodies and spitting flames. I ain't got no worry in the world, bitch, I'm really him. Only thing I ever chase in this life is some millions. I ain't with that silly shit, run get done up really quick. It's a whole lot of cheese at stake on some Philly shit. Old heads hating on me cause I'm young and I'm handsome. His daughter called me daddy, yeah, I took Lil Shawty for ransom. Like, fuck that geezer, chillin' in Ibiza. Temperature of my heart match my motherfucking freezer. She say I'm a keeper, but I don't wanna keep her. But she loyal, funny, most importantly a eater. Me, I'm a heater and a gold retriever. That mean I'm a dog about this money I'm receiving. I ain't nothing like these other rappers, what you mean? Pulling up in that what's that, bet they get a ghost face like Scream. I'ma run it up, I bet I do that with my team. Monster House, I'm Godzilla, biggest stepper on the scene. Look, know this shit for certain, I'm the one they can't do nothing about me. I'm the type to go and show and prove in case they tryna doubt me. Bad little bitch ain't get her way, now she sitting pouting. Straight on anything that make my tunnel vision cloudy. Bitch, I'm really moving through the city and I'm making plays. Every day is different, ain't no telling what I made today. Fucking like it's destiny, she grown but she still say my name. They know me for making fire melodies and spitting flames. I'm back on verse 2, so you know I gotta go that much harder. I feel like I'm Dwayne Carter in the UK moving proper. Couple labels reaching out to me, but I ain't taking offers. Less is equity involved, I'm good, I don't really want it. Fuck I look like, and some shit don't look right. Don't make dollar, don't make sense. At a show, I'm getting booked tonight. Got a passport, I'm booking flights. Diamonds on me, they look bright. City bitch like chill B. These fuck boys can't kill me. Look, I'm a shooting star, and you know I'm shooting far. Damn, yeah, I ain't recoup at all. My hood call me superstar. Bitch, I'm Nova, and it's over for these losers, y'all. That's a dumb take if I ain't who y'all rooting for. Know this shit for certain, I'm the one they can't do nothing about me. I'm the type to go on show and prove in case they tryna doubt me. Bad little bitch ain't get
to get away. Now she sitting power. Straight on anything that make my tunnel vision cloudy. Bitch, I'm really moving through the city and I'm making plays. Every day is different, ain't no telling what I made today. Fucking like it's destiny, she grown but she still say my name. They know me for making fire melodies and spitting flames. Doing shit for certain, I'm the one that can't do nothing about me. I'm the type that wanna show and prove in case they tryna doubt me. Bad little bitch ain't get to get away, now she sitting power. Straight on anything that make my tunnel vision cloudy. Bitch, I'm really moving through the city and I'm making plays. Every day is different, ain't no telling what I made today. Fucking like it's destiny, she grown but she still say my name. Making fire melodies, spitting flames.
All right, let's get right into it. Yes, Miss Jackson, I do have main product. I do have that. Monster Lab is next. All right, just giving everybody a heads up. Monster Lab is next. All right, so let's go into where this record falls. All right, record like this, we're gonna go into alternative. It's not mainstream to quit, but it's not underground. It can go into a mainstream concept, but we're gonna go into alternative. That's where we would sit this record if we were at the table at the label. As a listener, does it have a vibe? It has a vibe. I like it. The context, I like it. The context is smooth, easy for the listener. It doesn't spark too much outrage. It doesn't sit too much in a pocket of comfortability. So it does have good content. Look in person, I know he's on right now. The analytics of that, we don't have the full analytics of that, so we're not going to get a 5 with the look in person. Going over to the executive. Now, originality. Is it in the same context of everybody's talking? No. Again, originality does not mean you are doing what someone has never done. It just means the context of what's going on now. So yes, we're going to give a 5 on originality. Trend factor, you're not going to get a 5. The record is not trending right now. And the look on paper, analytics for that record is not in a big boom. Now we're going to get into the producer aspect. The mix. Now, I would give you a 5, but I'm not going to give you the 5. The reason why I'm going to give you a 5, I know it's probably not mastered. I hear the decay in the record, especially when you have headphones on. That would be a big takeaway at the office. Now, so you're not going to get a 5 on the mix. The song structure, you're going to get a 5 on the song structure. I like what you did with the chorus. Sometimes the record is done and the beat is a vibe. And just like the other record, which the chorus was double, but it was double consistently the same. I like the transitions of it with the effects, even the fade out on the radio. So you're going to get a 5 in the song structure. And the look and sound, overall, the vibe of there, you're going to get a 5 on that. So now, let's go into our rating, right? Our grade rating. Here we go right here. So that's 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 75s go back into a 70. You're a local act. With being a local act, what you got to do is get in front of every mic you can get in front of. Get into front of everything. You want your records to correlate with who you are. Even right now, Ms. Jackson asks, hey, Josh Noah, is that you? That's what you want to change when you're a local act. You want to get associated with the name of who you are, and I do like the fact that your name is kind of close to the same on your artist. So you want to get that going. Get in front of every mic you can, and everybody knows. Scream your name, Josh Nova. Josh Nova. Get it in front of everybody. That's what you want to do as a local act. Is parallel yourself to the music. All right, let's go. I might be speeding a little on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 songs. I'm trying to knock them out. Y'all. All right, so this next one is Monster Lab. It's a YouTube link. Let's see this. I keep refreshing my page. Hopefully that'll help for those that are freezing. But this song is called Attitude. The submission was from Monster Lab. This is JY3 featuring Freddie Mo and Nova. Okay, another one with Nova on it. Let's check this out, y'all. Let's get right to it.
A lot of attitude, a lot of gratitude. I can't be mad at you. A lot of attitude, a lot of gratitude. I can't be mad at you. You know I love you, girl, you know I'm loving how that ass move, yeah. A lot of attitude, a lot of gratitude, I can't be mad at you. You know I love you, girl, you know I'm loving how that ass move, yeah. Stop, drop, bring it right back. I hit it right when I'm breaking your back. Said she love me, I don't really care. Did me dirty, you ain't play fair. Stop, drop, bring it right back. I hit it right when I'm breaking your back. Said she love me, I don't really care. Did me dirty, you ain't play fair. Stop, drop, throw this shit fast. You know I love when you throwing it back. Attitude, nigga for that. Make you my slide, make you my slide. Nova, I'm the one, I'm not the two. I'm just trying to fuck the city up with you. A lot of attitude, a lot of gratitude, I can't be mad at you. You know I love you, girl, you know I'm loving how that ass move, yeah. A lot of attitude, a lot of gratitude, I can't be mad at you. You know I love you, girl, you know I'm loving how that ass move, yeah. Sauce it up, do too much. Sauce it up, she do too much. She do too much. Do too much. Sauce it up, sauce it up.
Lot of ass on you, got some cash for you, got me stuck like glue. Know you got class and we moving fast, ain't no bagging you. Go and get raw, don't you go leave, won't be forgiving you. Now you got me stuck, I'm like what the fuck, don't know what to do. If I go leaving, don't you go begging, cause I won't be coming through. Like a flashlight, we gon' shine bright, you know we staying true. Fuck you. Keep my hitters with me everywhere that I go. No, I never been no hoe. Tired of keeping up my pole. No, I came here with my bros. Niggas know I got mad foes. I just keep on, keep going. I just keep on, keep going. I be on my block all night and all day. I keep my pole tucking traffic, this road rage. I remember trapping out them hallways. 4G autos on my whip, I don't horseplay. No off days, took the hard away, ain't no hallway. And they know how planned out. All these niggas know how I'm coming through and I ain't worried about no clout. I'm just worried about what the dollars is, making hella noise, never silencing. And I keep my brothers close to me. Everybody know I got my homies, yeah. A lot of attitude, a lot of gratitude, I can't be mad at you. You know I love you, girl, you know I'm loving how that ass move, yeah. A lot of gratitude, a lot of attitude, I can't be mad at you. You know I love you, girl, you know I'm loving how that ass move, yeah. Stop, drop, bring it right back. Stop, drop, bring it right back now. Bring it right back now, bring it right back now. Bring it right back now.
All right, y'all, that was Attitude. That was JY3. Shout out to everybody that was on that record. All right, we're gonna get right into. But before I get into it, before I get into all of them, I got a question for JY3 and Nova and everybody that's on that. I have a question. Did you all record that song at the same time? Like, were y'all all in the studio at the same time when you recorded the record? Right? Recorded the record. I would like to ask that question before I go. Could you just say yeah or nay? Like, were y'all all in the studio the same time y'all recorded it? He said yes, we were. All right. The reason he said we did. The reason I asked that, when the second verse came in, it was engineered a little bit different on the texture of the lift of the vocals, and that's why I asked that, because I was very curious of that. And then the last verse blended in, the third artist blended in with the rest of the record, so I was very curious about that, so that's why I asked that. But let's get into the rating. Let's do this real quick. Dope record, dope vibe. I like what y'all did with the drill twist, and it wasn't like smoking on a pack. That gave the song some context. So let's go into this. All right, a record like this, we're gonna go right. Where's my pen? All right, we're gonna go into alternative. Could it go mainstream? Yes. It's not quite underground, but we're gonna go into alternative right now. And again, these are the three categories that all records fall in. I don't care what kind of music you make. It falls into 1, 2 of these records. If it's special, it might be 3, but usually 2. 1, of course, but 2 is usually like a record that could take off. So you got into the alternative and the green. We're moving over to the listener. The vibe, most definitely a vibe. I see J. Ars was like, yo, who's that? Who's what? I got a lot of fire emojis, so it is a vibe. The context, I'm gonna give it another 5 on the context. I like what you did again with the vibe of the record, knowing that the similarities of a drill is hot, but you gave it some context. The look on paper, the analytics of the listener, of the viewers. I know, I do know JY3 and the page, so we do gotta build some of the presence on paper, or in person rather, for the product. So you're not gonna get a 5 on that. executive, originality. Now, with the originality of drill, and again, originality doesn't, I have to always do this disclaimer, originality does not mean you the only one or ever to do. Originality doesn't mean the context. Now, to jump on a beat like that, usually you shooting somebody, spinning somebody, smoking on a pack, and all that. So we're going to give you a 5 on originality because you took something that's popping, but you gave it a little context with the twist. Trend factor, you're not going to get a 5 on that. The record's not trending, and the look on paper, it's not there, it don't exist. That's how the game goes. For the mix, I'm gonna give you a 5 on the mix, but the second verse I would have blended in a little better. And the reason why I say that, I'm listening in headphones, and I'm listening to headphones in your ear. So depending on your setup, it could get a little muddy, but I'm gonna give you a 5 on that. Song structure, I like the song structure as well. The look and sound, we're gonna give you a 5. So this is a pretty high rating on this record. This is a pretty high rating on this record. We're gonna jump out of this real quick and go into our grading system. So this is 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So that's 80. So that's a pretty high on this record. And again, this system is, I have to say it, is a rating system towards an artist. Today we're doing it on records just to give you an idea of the grading system when shopping to a label, right? So when you're at 80, you're on radar. What you got to do with radar is get that press. That's when you got to hit all the publications, all the podcasting. And not saying don't do it in no stage, but if you're in Jumpstart and you're getting publications, people don't know you enough to double back. Now it can help you, but when you're on radar, this is that phrase when they say no publicity, no bad publicity, period. That's false. But they say that to say when you're on the radar, it sets a fire to your artistry. So when you're at 80%, that's when they start pushing you for magazine press and get the outside world for your demographics. All right, good music, y'all. Shout out to everybody who submitted. Next one is Scrape It. Tony Bosco, Scrape It. Then I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. We have Main Product after that. J. Ars is after that. Brazilian Freestyle by Jocelyn is after that. Then we got Carlito Black, and then Coco Lewis, and then we got the 2 records that are not going to be in the submission, but we'll close the show out. I'm gonna get to that everyone's submission, especially out of respect that you're spending your time with me and you're sitting here. As long as I'm sitting here, I see people being here all night with me. So out of respect for you, I love this thing that we do with this music, and I love the fact that you put that energy towards it. So I'm gonna get to everybody who submitted under the time for submission. All right, so let's go into this one real quick. This is Tony Bosco, Scrape It.
Whoa. Whoa. We at CFB, MJMG, Lock, and Loaded. Yeah. On my deck, pink bottles under the pergola. On the street, 4-5, free platters I'm serving up. Not sure what you drive, I see a screen when I'm backing up. Used to be on the block with them gorillas, nigga acting up. Now was a loft with a naked bitch with a spatula. House so dark, look like I'm living with Dracula. Black attire in that black duffel bag, that murder swag. Still good in the hood, she love when I choke her, she love the gag. Stand up, nigga, never backstab. Only backlash when you come short, no excuses when it come to cash. We win as hater, we run it up, we never dash. Dreams of Stacy, used to clean out Macy's. Now we out Tyson's. I win a hand from housing. Clout chasing, chop, knock you out your shoes and outfit. It's all about the checker flag. Stash one and spin the other bag. Salute a real one when you see him hopping out the Jag. Talk is cheap, nigga, we don't talk a lot. We just throw it in the air, fuck up the parking lot. The jewels on me glowing, colder than the frozen pop. I was raised right, you cook, then you clean the pie. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Yeah, I'm from a place where they take shit don't belong to them. No matter how many times it drop, keep the ball moving. We do it how we want, give a fuck how the others do it. Cause when we do it, it's like we doing it for TV. Pally Pal, moving weight like Melly Mel. Blue Cat for Easy E. Shouts to running D for the pen and me. Always wanted to meet Buck, I needed him for 10 and key. Instead hit it the VA, the Highland, my nigga legally. Then back to the city where the skyline is pretty. But on the front line, had to keep that full chopper with me. Diddy bopping like Smurder, stash house was at Birders. All you hear is gunshots, it's normal every day a murder. Where I'm from, where the young call each other dumb. But my block, we added up the sums. Niggas coughing up a lung, niggas brains on a lamp and wicker. When you know where you can find me on the block where I get it. Yeah. Talk is cheap, nigga, we don't talk a lot. We just throw it in the air, fuck up the parking lot. The jewels on me glowing, colder than the frozen pot. I was raised right, you cook, then you clean the pot. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain.
Alright, y'all, let's get into the rating. Let's get to the grading. That was Tony Bosco, Scrape It All Off. Alright, let's go into the PAP system. Alright, the PAP system is product analytics and presentation. These are the aspects of what A&Rs look for when they're in the office. Alright, so this is how we're going to break it down. This song right here, we're going to go into the underground. I could go into the alternative because it's not really that too aggressive. And it could go into both. But right now, for placement, this is underground. For a vibe, most definitely a vibe. If you're not listening to the record, it feels good. The beat, the energy, blah. The context of the song for the listener, even if you're not knowing what Scrape It All Off means, I can imagine everybody singing it, so you're gonna get a 5 on context. The look in person, we do gotta build the analytics of the presence of Tony Bosco just a little bit more, but so he's not gonna get a 5 on that. Originality is the context of what's going on right now. This type of music and sound isn't, so you're gonna get a 5 on originality. Originality doesn't mean no one's ever doing it just means it's not in the pipeline. All right, trend factor, the record is not trending, so we're not gonna get a 5 on that. And the look in paper, the analytics, we don't have that, so if it's not there, what? It don't exist. That's how the game calls it. Mix, I'm gonna give a 5 on the mix. It blends good, vocals are tight. Song structure, simple, traditional, you get a 5 on the song structure. And a look and sound for a producer, the record sonically sounds good. JR said this man don't miss, so you most definitely get a 5 on that. Let me just double check my 5. I don't think I wrote that one down, but anyway, we're gonna just estimate that real quick so we can move right along. Let's go into the grading system. So that's 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 75, 80. We're going to keep it in the 75, 80. We're going to go between local act and radar. With an artist like Tony Bosco, what he got to do, if it balances back to the 70, which goes into a local act, you got to get in front of those mics. Get in front of everybody. Perform. Get people knowing and associating you with your great talent. If he's more towards the radar, what he got to do is press. Because people are already associating you. You got to get in front of the people. And not just the people you know. People that don't know you, because you got to get to the demographic that you might be missing out on. Alright, cool. We running along. I'm trying to squeeze everybody in so I could even go and have dinner myself, because I ain't eat. Alright, so we got, what's this? We got PYT. This is main product PYT. Let's check it out. Why is it coming down here? See, this is bugging. Alright, here we go.
Keep that heat.
Miss Jackson said, "Was the volume super low?" Not for me. I'm not sure if it was for anybody else. It was not for me. I like what you did with that. Main product. Nice catch on that sample. Nice catch on us outside of this grading. Super dope catch on that sample. I mean, it'll be hard to bring that to the table with that sample because his kids is trying to sell his stuff right now. But that's a different story. Let's go right into the grading so that way we could get this moving right along. So a record like this, it got a sample. So we're gonna go into alternative. Can it go into mainstream? It possibly can go into mainstream. Again, this is just the beat. And shout out to the producer, Main Product, representing that 1017 Brick Squad. So salute to you, artist and producer. All right, we're gonna go into listener. Is it a vibe? It most definitely is a vibe. It's a vibe. Context to it, there's no lyrics. So it won't go to an A&R meeting, but a producer meeting it will go to. Not A&R. A&R don't take the submission for beats. That goes to another department, which a lot of people don't know. So there's no context to it as a listener, but the looking person also, the beat is not viral. It's just a submission of a beat. So that's cool. Originality, I'm going to give it originality on it, even though I got a sample because of what you did with the catch. Trend factor, no. And the look and paper, no as the executive. As a producer, the mix, love the mix. Song structure, there's no beat on the song structure. I mean, there is a song structure, and overall the sample, it gets buried with the sample. So I'm not going to give you a 5 on the song structure because as an A&R there's no music on it. But the look and sound, you're going to get a 5 for the look and sound because you caught that sample really dope. I like what you did. You even threw it under like a phase, some type of distortion a little bit. So I like that, a flanger kind of energy. So most definitely dope on that. So let's go into the rating. All right, so this is the charting right here. So 45.50, 55.60, 65.70. 70 is a local act. I know this is just a production, but a local act, like we know, we got to get in front of every mic you can. Local act, you want to jump around and get to every open mic you can to speak, get your face in front of it. But as a producer, it's a little different. So this rating doesn't really totally apply to you, but I did it anyway just to test my skills. But you did have a question. I'm gonna get to your question. Who is next? We have J Arsh is next, then Jocelyn, and then Carlito Black, and then Coco Lewis. We're gonna go into that, and then we're gonna close the show out. All right, you had a question. Your question was, how does a producer break into the industry and get picked up by a major? It's really not one way to do it. You can make beat packs and submit your beat packs. You can find an artist that jumps on it. You can do that. But what I would tell a person is look for the artist's management. Reach out to their management, and especially when they're dropping music. If you know when they're dropping music, hit them. Because what happens with that is you might not even get to the artist you might need, but you'll get into the circle. And that's a good way to break into the circle. One of the things we did when we were songwriting for Kelly Clarkson is when we knew they were writing records or getting ready to record, we did our submissions and we did get a placement. So that's something you want to do. Look around the time that they're creating and go from there. All right, so let's move right along. We got J Arsh. This is from the Experience album, which is out right now. Shout out to Miss Jackson Media Group. Let me copy this link, and let's get this in this one right here. And we're gonna go right into that video. The song is called 3 a.m. and Tony Bosco keeps wanting to play. I don't know why, but this is off the Experience album. If you didn't get it, shout out to J Arsh who's on right now. If you didn't hear it, you most definitely want to check that out. It's a great body of work. But this is one song off it called 3 a.m. It's one of my favorites too. So let's check this out, y'all.
It's 3 in the morning. I ain't somebody calling me. I pick up and I answer. Oh yeah, it's the lady from in my dream. She asked me was I sleeping. I wanna know the reason. Yeah.
That was JR's right there. All right, let's get right into the rating. We got 3 more songs on the rating system, and we're gonna go from there. Now, a record like this, in front of my desk, in front of the labels, this is probably one of the records that for the night might fall into 2 categories, which would be mainstream as well as alternative. We could sit at the table and direct both of them. So he's getting a 5. He's getting basically 10 in that category. As a listener's vibe, he's getting a 5 on the vibe of the record. And he's also getting 5 for the context to the listener. It most definitely sets a tone. I like how he flipped that. It's 3:07, like it's 7 minutes or it went in already. Like, let's get to it. The look in person, we do gotta build the presentation up for him a little bit more. There's a little bit more wiggle room for that, so he's not gonna get a 5 in the look in person. For the listener's aspect, again, the reason why the look in person is important for the viewer, people look at things that's bigger than them. So it's superficial. Yes, it's superficial, but in the music business, people want to see that. As an executive, originality, he's gonna get a 5 on that because it's not in the common sense of it, and he's actually catching that R&B. Again, originality doesn't mean it was the only one. Just not common. Trend factor, the record is not trending right now. Can it? Most definitely can, but he's not gonna get a 5 for that. And he's not gonna get a 5 on paper because the analytics for that record is still growing right now. The record just dropped on the Experience album, so he's not gonna get a 5 on that. The mix, he's gonna get a 5 on that. Very R&B touched. I like the blends on that. That was good. Song structure, very good. I love that, how even the breakdown, how it accommodates the beat. And the look and sound, he's gonna get a 5 on that as well. Let's go into the rating grade chart. I just got it off the screen. All right, so that's 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. So 85 will land him more on the 80 again when it rounds off in the music business. 85, unlike they told us in school, does not go forward, it goes backwards. So he'll be into the 80. 80 is radar. What an artist like that would be in radar. And again, this rating system is for an artist. I gotta keep specifying, but we're doing it on a record. So the rating system is kind of high for everyone, and I'm just sharing that in a way so you can get an idea of how it works. But when you're in 80 or radar, what you want to do is get in front of the world, press, magazine, anywhere you could get a podcasting, anywhere you could get a mic and a camera in front of you to guide that in front and get that energy towards you. That is the key when you are in radar. All right, cool. We moving along. Dope record. Shout out to Miss Jackson Media Group on that as well. And shout out to JR's for bodying that. So now we're going into Jocelyn. This song is the Brazilian freestyle. I'm so curious to hear what this is. The name got me from the gate. So I want to see what the Brazilian freestyle is. Let me just clear the board real quick. All right, y'all. Check this out.
Looking seductive. Boy, I know you wanna touch this. Face call, valid body is bustin'. Having fun, but you know I can't trust them. Too solid, always keep it up, and it's lit when I pull up to the scene. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Boy, you know I'm really this queen. Skirt, skirt, right off in the Benz. Got me wrong, I ain't making no amends. Oh, you thought we was really friends? Girl, please, let's not pretend. Can't take the heat when he with me. So nasty, make him weak in the knees. Got him saying, baby, please. Showing out like every man's dream. Too fly, but grounded as fuck. Torso, who we trust is none. Been traveling about my bucks. Others' opinions, I don't give a fuck. I be in my zone, on my own. Fuck boy, don't call my phone. Can't tell me none, cause I'm grown. I'm a real bitch, down to the bone. Got me started, I can't stop. We taking over, next stop at the top, and I'm really that hot. Love me or hate me, it's okay, cause I still solidify my spot. I'm really her good luck, trying to shoot your shot. Living my best life, kid free till I have that big ass rock top shooter, scope with a beam. Go hard in the paint and I'm
Okay. Okay, Monster Lab, y'all got some. I was back here vibing. Okay, let's get right to it. Liddy out in the city looking real pretty. Okay, let's get to it. All right, a record like this, most definitely gonna take it out of underground. It's not gonna go in the underground. It's gonna go on mainstream. Can a record like this pop into? It's gonna go into alternative. Can a record like this pop into mainstream? Most definitely can, but it's gonna sit in alternative. I might give it a half on mainstream, but we're gonna sit in alternative right now. The vibe of it, most definitely a vibe. Context, I like what you did, merging the concept of the typical vibe style, giving lyricalism. So you're gonna get a 5 on the context. I do like that. Even if someone doesn't like that type of sound, typically the twist on it was dope. The look in person, we got to work on building the analytics up for that, so bringing the presentation forward, so you're not going to get a 5 on that. But originality, I'm going to give you a 5 on originality, because even though some of the lyrical context of the song is what's common, the twist on the type of beat, the way you did it, and the bounce almost gave me that little a little bit of like Missy Elliott right now, from Missy Elliott from the city, like Missy Elliott from Bushwick was on that record or something like that. So you're gonna get a 5 on the originality. Trend factor, not gonna get it. The record's not trending right now. The looking paper, we do gotta build the analytics, so you're not gonna get a 5. Mix, you're gonna get a 5 on the mix. It was blended very well, mixed very well. Got to hear you, the textures, the clarity, that was cool. Song structure, I like the song structure. You was running across with it. Still brought back, even though you said freestyle, still brought back what was like a chorus, sub-chorus. So you're gonna get a 5 on the song structure. And the look and sound, you're gonna get a 5 on the look and sound as well. So let's go into the rating. So that's 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 80 is Radar. And again, disclaimer, this is normally done for a complete artist, but we're doing it for a record. So 80 with a Radar. What do you do when you're on 80 on Radar? You got to get into the press. One of the biggest things is to have a dope record like this, right? And I'm going to give you a quick example why when you're on Radar, you want to get in front of your record. You can put a record like this on TikTok. Let me stop the music. Let me address y'all. I could put a record like this on TikTok, right? And it goes off crazy. You know how these kids are. They'll start making a song like, I'm in the city, it's Liddy, and they'll make all the movements for a record like this, right? And they'll take off and boom. And then what happens is all the people will know it, all these kids will know it, everything will go, all this be content all over the world for this. And then who the artist is gets left behind. And that's why when you're at Radar, you want to get into as much press as possible to get in front of your record, because a record can run away from you. It happens all the time. It just happened to girls as players too. That record ran, and I'm gonna give you this a true to life example. That record ran past Lola Brooks, right? The record was big. It was one of the biggest records. It was trending. It was TikTok. It had the rated system. It was like 2-1. It kept going, and then the record labels was gassed. Yo, we're gonna drop this record, and then she sold like 15,000. The reason being, half of every video content that was made for that, they don't even know who that was, but they know that girls is players too. The record ran away from the artist. And every artist that's on right now, don't forget, you are the product. I gotta stress that. You are the product, not your song. Your song is your service. And what I see a lot of artists do is they look at their music as the product and want to push the product. And when I take this to the label or something, they don't want to see the service. They want to see the product. Where is it coming from? Where's this factory? You're the factory. This is a factory have a grading A system, right? You know that. Think of it like the restaurants, right? The restaurants. The food might be good, but if I don't know where it came from, what are we doing? The food is the service. The establishment is the product. So just think about that. I just want to keep that in the mind frame. But salute, really dope record. I really like that. We're gonna move right along to Carlito Black. Let me download this one too. And this one is called Internal Conflict. Let's go with this real quick. Let me just clear that. But dope freestyle. Get some visuals to these songs, y'all. Make sure y'all get some visuals or some content that does help amplify the record. Alright, check this out, y'all.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
tonight you in for a little surprise, yeah? You got your boy, Carlito Black. Let's go.
It's things that I want to, but I can't, so I keep it to myself. Try to vent to people, but they make me feel all by myself. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need things that I want to, but I can't, so I keep it to myself. Try to vent to people, but they make me feel all by myself. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. So much on my plate, but no, it ain't edible. They doubted, I still made a way. That's why I'm credible. Lost my direction, ain't no telling where I'm headed to. Hunted by my demons, lost control, so they running loose. Trust of a couple frauds was nothing but another fluke. Looking at me tripping, charges pending what I'm gonna do. Guys hate on my drive, wanna leave me with an open roof. You focus on the fitting chick, can't handle what I'm going through. Ain't ducking consequences for the times I broke the rules. Too solid for the as a man, I stayed and pay my dues. Ain't no stopping, I get it popping, yeah, I gotta be great. Can't show no weakness on my life, that's what my little ones sake. For the rainy days and storms, I hustle and stash paper. So if something happened to me, my baby's gonna be straight. For the rainy days and storms, I hustle and stash paper. So if something happened to me, my baby's gonna be straight. Things that I want to, but I can't, so I keep it to myself. Try to vent to people, but they make me feel all by myself. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need things that I want to, but I can't, so I keep it to myself. Try to vent to people, but they make me feel all by myself. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Dudes showing female traits, that ain't nothing new to me. Hang with my enemies, but tell me that you cool with me. Hate getting greater, cause there's nothing they can do with me. Hustler, what I was holding, they couldn't move with me. A lot of bonds broken, can't be fixed, still got the tool with me. Respected like a G, bro, in more than a few cities. Same black all the time, never did I move messy. Came up in hallways that was nasty and too pissy. I'm locked in with this pain, see my mental was a prison. No one to talk to, so I be venting in my writtens. Need to stop drinking cars, so it had me tripping. No comfort, I be bitten. I'm real, so I'm the villain. People fast to reopen scars, but said you need healing. People fast to reopen scars, but said you need healing. No comfort, I be bitten. I'm real, so I'm the villain. No comfort, I be bitten. I'm real, so I'm his things that I want to, but I can't, so I keep it to myself. Try to vent to people, but they make me feel all by myself. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need things that I want to, but I can't, so I keep it to myself. Try to vent to people, but they make me feel all by myself. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Stay strong for so long, it's hard to think that I need help. Locked in with the stones, and my mental was a prison. No one to talk to, so I be written in my written.
My man was talking to him. He was talking to him. My man said, yo, I've been quiet for so long. I conversate with my writtens. All right, I like that slot. We're going to get right into it. Yo, Deshaun, shout out to Deshaun Porter that jumped on. Deshaun, you got to submit something to the show, my dude. I know you superstar level and all that, and you be doing your 1-2. But submit some music to the show, man. Let the people know what you do. But let's get right into the rating. So a record like this, we're going to go into underground. Could go into alternative. What I like is he had a message in his music. Without saying like mental health, that was a mental health record of the block if you really looked at it. But we're gonna go into underground. It could possibly go into alternative, but we're gonna stick to underground for submission aspects. So is it a vibe? It does most definitely have a vibe. It's a thoughtful record. It has you sit in your thought. It gives you a feel. And he complimented the beat, which was really dope. Context of the record, I like what you was talking about. I like how you stood on topic for the listener. A lot of people, I see the fire emojis on that, so that was dope. The look in person, the analytics of the viewpoint, that's not really known right now. So that what they say, if it's not there, it don't exist. So we're not going to go with that. Originality, you're not really talking like people talking. With your voice texture and everything, I like a lot more block work could have been on that conversation, and you didn't. You had a storyboard. So I'm gonna give you a 5 on originality. Again, originality doesn't mean that it's the only one or only existed. It just means it's not in the same pipeline of what's going on. Training factor, you're not gonna get a 5. Looking paper, you're not gonna get a 5. Mix, you're gonna get a 5. I would lift you a little bit more or master it, give it a little bit more clarity on the master, but I'm gonna give you that because we was able to hear you pretty good. And song structure, it was clean. I like how you faded it out in the end. So strong structure, you get a 5. And then the look and sound, you're gonna get a 5. It was clean overall, felt good. It didn't disrupt, it maintained or provoked a certain feel. All right, so let's go into the grading. That's 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 80 is radar. Like we always said, you want to get in front of media. You want to get your face out there along with your records. You don't want your records to run past you. You got to get in front of it. And also, I got to give that disclaimer. This rating system is per artist. So this is what I would use to gear an artist when shopping. Because what we do, we don't shop records. We shop artists to the label. So but what we're doing is we're using the records as an example so you can get an idea where your record's at and how you would look if you were on this. But really dope. I like the feel of that. That's my pocket right there. That sound that takes me back. I could ride fast to that, slow to that on the block. All right, this is Coco Lewis. This is our last rating for the night, and then we're gonna close it out with the 2 submissions, Mad Dog and Black Man's Castle. That's what the subject says. All right, let me download this real quick. Song. So the submission was from Coco Lewis. Now that I'm in the email, I see that's not the artist's name. The name is called Kendra. I'm not sure. We had a few submissions from a Kendra, but this is called Bet On Me. Check it out, y'all.
If it ain't baked, motherfucker, it don't bake.
Realest shit I ever did was bet on me. Her bro like I'm solid. I ain't never fall on me. Who was cold as me? Visibility. Come with wide scrutiny. Pray for what you want. God gon' give you what you need. OD. Trillest shit I ever did was bet on me. Her bro like I'm solid. I ain't never front on me. Ain't no war with me. Visibility. Come with wide scrutiny. Trees and rap dreams. Hope it don't bring you to your knees. Yeah. What up though? Mine too sharp, I'm cutthroat. I'm the whole book that if I know. Keep a deck on me like Yu-Gi-Oh! If it ain't baked, that's a no-no. Said Big Ken, the Virgo. Highs on the totem, dressed in all black like I'm Bogo. I'm divine in a front. Waiting online now, it's my time. Deserving a piece of mind. Don't watch me, just watch my grind. We gon' get to dumbing again. Baby gon' get right back, yeah, that's stunting again. Cause I'm buzzing these bitches is bluffing and gumming and bumming and fronting again. But me, stunning and strutting and busting in. Whatever the cash at, it's where my ass at. I put it in the end, then I pass that. I got a new, I picked out and y'all pumped up and y'all pimped out and y'all draped up. I'm draped out and only moving forward, so it's clipped now. Play my shit loud. Go weed, take a toke, breathe. Bless me when I sneeze. When I play, no nigga, that is just for kids. And when I'm on the beat, I beat it up, I make it bleed. Grass green, I'm burning my feet, best believe. Realest shit I ever did was bet on me. Her bro like I'm solid. I ain't never fall on me. Who was cold as me? Visibility, come with wide scrutiny. Pray for what you want. God gon' give you what you need. OD.
Alright, y'all. I just looked at the clock, right? And we've been pushing 2 hours. 2 hours. Shout out to Big OVO. I see you. Much love, much love. If y'all don't know Big OVO, go on TikTok. Big OVO is, when I say analytics, popping. Big OVO is popping. Like popping. Like don't get it. Like I need to get on Big OVO show to help me. Like that's what. Shoot to you. Much love, much love. And Big OVO does a lot of work in the community, which I love doing as well. So shout out to you. Alright, let's get into the rating real quick. We over 2 hours on the show. So I want to send a big shout out to everybody who's been on the show for 2 hours with me. I didn't plan to be on the show for 2 hours. We went from like 30 viewers, 15 to 8, but y'all still rocking, and much love to y'all because I do this because I love it, but I do it because y'all do it with me. Alright, so let's go into the rating system real quick. a record like that, we're gonna put that record. I'm gonna go underground with that record on that one. We could go kind of alternative, but it's a little bit more forceful, so we're gonna go with or underground on that one. So is it a vibe? It does have a vibe, but my advice to an artist like this, don't lead it with this being a lead single. Make sure this is a comeback, because it sits a little low in the pocket for a upbeat gravitation, but they're gonna get a 5 on the vibe. Context, I'm a little on the fence of context. Now, I know in the office they probably wouldn't give it a 5 for the context of this record. It didn't spark anything crazy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm not giving a 5 on the context. We're gonna keep it like in the office. And the look in person, we don't know the analytics, so what they say, when it's not there, it don't exist. Originality, I'm gonna give it a 5 on originality, just because it's a female artist, so it could have been easy for her to be like, yo, I busted open, or my butthole's brown, or whatever the case may be. On the high extreme level, so she gets a 5 on originality. Trend factor, no 5. The record is not popping, or it's not trending, I want to say. The look on paper, again, the analytics, we can't check the analytics, so we're gonna go into the mix. I'm gonna give a 5 on the mix. The clarity on there was pretty good. It blended very well. I didn't hear anything that dropped out of pocket, even with the ad-libs in the back, and the consistent yeah, which kind of makes it hard for some engineers. Song structure, I'm gonna give a 5 on the song structure. It wasn't anything too crazy. I didn't feel one verse was too long, chorus was short, yada yada yada. But the look in sound, I'm not gonna give a 5 on the look on sound, because the song did drag. It did drag, and that's why I opened this up with, I wouldn't lead with this song to represent who the artist is. This could be a great follow-up song to show range on that, so you're not gonna get a look on 5 on that. Going to the rating system, that's 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Local act. When you're a local act, what you got to do, get in front of every microphone you can, every open mic, anything that can show your talent. You want to get into that, so you most definitely want to get into an open mic. So that's what you do when you're in 70. I want to send a big shout out and happy birthday wishes to Shaniqua Tompkins, who is on the live right now. Salute to you. I hope you're enjoying your birthday. Much blessings to you, Shaniqua. All right, so I want to send a super shout out to everybody that submitted music. It is not easy to submit music and have it graded or have it rated, but what we do on the A&R desk, unlike many other shows, is we not here to ridicule you, not to downplay you, say your song is trash. That's not the objective of the show. The objection of the show is to give you insight of how this industry works, and that's why we call it the A&R desk. My journey in this industry, no one helped me, so I bumped my head a lot, and I learned a lot while I bumped my head. And I learned that the artists, a lot of us as artists, are running blindly through this industry. So that's what we do here on the A&R desk. But like I promised, we're gonna go through a few submissions just to rock out the night. So I'm gonna go into this Mad Dog McGraw featuring Ras Beats, and then we're gonna close it out with Miss Jackson's Media Group submission, A Black Man's Castle. I believe that's what she has in the subject. So check this out, y'all, and then I'll be right back with y'all.
Yeah, Mad Dog McGraw, Ras Beats. Let's get it going. Come on. Silverback rap, 40 in my backpack. Dickies crease with the Nike Cortez to match. Georgetown, Iris, and Jersey. Franklin baseball gloves. The ex-felon that'll sway your cerebellum with a nudge. I'm doing 90 on a 45. Middle finger in the sky. Yelling fuck 5, you won't take me alive. Lyrical battering ram. Don't put you fucks or a damn. My language is Angus. You sucker slinging spam. Beef, bitch, I bring cast iron pans and an oil barrel barbecue pit. Let's get lit. Match light on the mic. Don't take much to set it off. The boom bap lumberjack ready to tear the roof off. I possess the same DNA as John Wick. Run up on your whole clique with lit dynamite sticks. Kamikaze crazy, Pearl Harbor on you martyrs. Straight shots of scotches, we celebrate your departure. Every rapper claim he got balls, but don't let them wanna spar with the Neanderthal. Lyrically you're subpar, and I don't give a fuck who you are, I'm the Neanderthal. Step in the ring with the dog. You're leaving with bandages and gauze. It's the Neanderthal. Everything I hit you with be hard. The name is Mad Dog McGraw, and I'm a Neanderthal. This is Operation Annihilation. Cut off your ventilation. Got your fam rubbing their hands like Birdman pacing, saying prayers under their breath as you lay lifeless in the ICU. Look what you got yourself into, mingling you pups. You're not supposed to like me, I prefer fear. That's why I attack tracks like a Viking. Don't limit myself with ceilings. Don't give a fuck about your feelings or shady industry dealings. I spit tight like pipe fittings, no leaks. Fuck your drip, take these 5 across your lip. 2 box, fully stocked, I clutch mics like vice grips. Lyrics pack flavor like a batch of rib tips. And I leave lacerations, you scream high pitch like a bitch. I eat the wheat, far from a vulture. If the shoe fits, lace that bitch and wrap the bunny ear over. Your skills are like a frozen meal, save the stofers. My rhymes are divine, serving you pure kosher. Every rapper claim he got bars, but don't let them wanna spar with the Neanderthal. Lyrically you're subpar, and I don't give a fuck who you are, I'm the Neanderthal. Step in the ring with the dog, you're leaving with bandages and gauze. It's the Neanderthal. Everything I hit you with be hard. The name is Mad Dog McGraw, and I'm a Neanderthal. Worldwide love, I just get it in small increments. Hip hop has laws, that's why I don't fuck with you miscreants. I'm back, bitch. World in 2, sharpen ice picks. Flows repulsive like loud farts and booger flicks. If you say lyrics don't matter, it's probably because yours is sweet. And if that's the case, then you probably shouldn't even speak. I'm prepared to feast, and I'm all out of dog treats. Body slams leave you with a slip disc. I'm victorious. I got the eye of a tiger, heart of a lion. Fight like a Spartan. My pistons stay fired, rocking a fresh pair of Red Wings. Fly as an eagle, getting slid by a Chippewa in the back of a Bronco. I sling it sweet in audio cinnamon roll. I like big chicks, my mitts fit nice in the folds. On your mark, set, go. Run this rap race at your own pace. Don't say it on the net if you won't say it to their face, and that's real. Every rapper claim he got bars, but don't let them wanna spar with the Neanderthal. Lyrically you're subpar, and I don't give a fuck who you are, I'm the Neanderthal. Step in the ring with the dog, you're leaving with bandages and gauze. It's the Neanderthal. Everything I hit you with be hard. The name is Mad Dog McGraw, and I'm a Neanderthal.
Shout out to Zeros in the Desert said, oh my god, I thought that was Busta Rhymes. Does have a feel of a Busta Rhymes energy. Most definitely. Even rhyme style and rhyme pattern. Alright, so this is the last. We are closing the show out with this visual. This is actually a video, so we're gonna set this up and we're gonna close the night. We are almost 2 hours and a half of runtime. I do want to send a big shout out to Main Product. We just saw that email. Thank you. We really appreciate that. You know what we're talking about. So thank you so much. I did want to make acknowledgement of that because we do really appreciate that. And just as much I appreciate all the talent that submitted music today and put it out. Again, it's not hard, but as you know, on Wednesdays, what we do?
Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. This ain't French shit. This is work shit.
Yes, this is work shit. Okay, so we have this last one. This is Tim. This is Mad Dog McGraw. Miss Jackson said it was the same song. I'm not sure if it's the same song because this one says Castle. But we're going to end it out. No worries. We appreciate you, my G. I appreciate you and all the great talents that's out there. I do want to share one last thing before I close it out. And I say this a lot. If you find an outlet or platform that is giving you something, adding to you, sharing information, support them. And I'm not just talking me. I'm talking about support them. And I am trying to get better at that as well because I don't have a lot of sit down time. But I do try to acknowledge that, and that's why even today I wanted to make sure I played everything that got submitted today. And we really did get to it because I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love and the respect and the honor that I'm getting. So when you come across people that's willing to do that in this day and age, y'all, it's rare. And a lot of people don't share or want to add to anything you got. So when you come across that, appreciate them. And whether it's that with respect, whether it's paying for time, whatever it is, just respect that. And I'm not just talking me, I'm just talking in general, because we are in some real great times. All right, y'all, I'm gonna end the show. If you know the show, every Wednesday we have the A&R desk.
This is the A&R desk with Spud Brooklyn.
Every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m., we bring you a micro experience of the industry. Every show's a little different. This show we had the PAP system and A&R rating. Sometimes we have our competition where you could get into our playlisting, get interviews. We actually gonna do a competition to walk you into a record label, even to possibly make or win money. Every show is different, and we have a theme, and each theme is geared to something in this industry that I feel I want to share, but I just don't want to share it with y'all. I want y'all to experience it. At the same time, what we do is we merge entertainment and education. So we have the entertainment and the networking, we play your music, but we also feed you something. And then we create a community where people could build, and that's the plan for the A&R desk. So salute to y'all. And as I leave everybody every Wednesday, know your restraints, your restrictions, push your limits, break some limits. What? Consistency is the key, but proficiency is the doorway. Don't keep doing something that don't make sense, because it won't make sense, and it won't make sense. Shout out to y'all, man. Much love to everybody. This is Black Man's Castle, y'all. Have a good night. Be safe.
Bringing A&Ring right to your phone.
Pigs drive by, grinning at night, shining their lights. When I leave the house, I look both ways twice. Cause it's either another nigga that thinks my pocket's bigger, or a cowardly cop with an itchy trigger finger. And my hood death lingers, every step is calculated. One wrong move, your blood'll be painting the pavement. Good jobs come with a stench of racism. Gotta pull my own leash. More subtle speech, eyes on my rear view, no matter what hood I rode through. Can't wait to get home, kick up my feet with a brew. I wanna slap the workplace snitch, my boss is a bitch. To keep it real, I got bills, so I feel I can't quit. Chicks chuckle cause there isn't 2 G's on my belt buckle, but I got bond stocks instead of serving on the block. So all I ask for when I step through the door is peace and relaxation, nothing less and nothing more. Soon as I leave the house, I got a battle with everything being a black man throws at you. So when I get home, I don't wanna be hassled. Truth is, home is a black man's castle. Soon as I leave the house, I got a battle with everything being a black man throws at you. So when I get home, I don't wanna be hassled. Truth is, home is a black man's castle. Soon as I get home, I head straight to the kitchen. Dinner plate in the oven, the big piece of chicken. Hop in the shower to cleanse and exfoliate. King size raw papers, I'm rolling